Hello, YTPC. Ethan, Parsimonious Piper here. Today is Corn Cob Tuesday. Got my corn cob cob. Got my corn cob hat. Today's cob is a Missouri Meerschaum Diplomat Apple. Natural finish. You can't get these from Missouri Meerschaum directly. You can, however, get them from aristocob.com. Go visit Scott if you'd like a natural finished Diplomat apple. He carries a lot of these natural finishes. In it, I have some Stonehenge flake gift from Matthew at Picking and Piping. It's a nice vapor with a little burley in it. Says it's got a little cocoa topping. I'm not picking that up so much. Just a solid vapor. Not so bad. Today we're going to continue our discussion of cellaring a little bit. Last time I said I like to cellar wide and deep. Well, what does that really look like? Now, suppose you would like to retire, say at 65. Relatively average age. And you would like to be able to smoke your pipe for another 20 years. Well, 20 years is about 7,300 days. Now, if you divide 7,300 by, say 10 bowls an ounce, that's probably about average at the medium-sized bowl. Then, of course, you need 730 ounces of tobacco to give you one smoke a day for 20 years. Well, I'm going to put these little math charts up here so you can see them. That 730 ounces is 45 and a half pounds. So to go 20 years with one bowl a day, you need about 45 and a half, 46 pounds of tobacco. What does that really look like? Well, for me, I don't want 45 pounds of any one blend. I like a little variety. What if I wanted to just smoke each blend that I cellar once a week? Well, that math works out to your 45 and a half divided by 7, about 6.5 pounds of blend. So there you have a little better picture of what your cellar might look like. For each blend that you want to smoke once a week for 20 years, you need about 6.5 pounds of tobacco of that blend. One of the reasons I go wide is because I don't want to restrict myself to just a few blends that I've cellared really deep on. So I'm probably going to have 12, 14, 15 blends at 5 or 6 pounds a peach. 5 or 6 pounds a piece. Yeah, peach season's over here, guys. And I hate to tell y'all from Georgia, but South Carolina, they done drunk your milkshake. So I'm going for a dozen or more at 5, 6, 7 pounds a piece, and not trying to cellar deep in any one blend. Now you may say 6.5 pounds is pretty deep. Well, it is quite a bit of tobacco for one particular blend, but when you consider that would last you 20 years, well, yeah. You could do a couple dozen blends and go 3 or 4 pounds a piece, and wind up with a little more variety even that'll last you. The big thing is for one smoke a day, you need about 45 and a half or so pounds of tobacco. Now that means that my 1.5 to 2 bowls a day is going to mean I need to cellar 90 pounds or so. Well, where am I right now? that brings us to one of the other points of this video. You see, there's a short, large-footed rascal running around asking people how much tobacco they have of their favorite blend, or what blend do they have the most of. And hobbitses always were nosy, meddling in other people's business and gossiping and such. Never did trust them. Kevin, Hobbiton Piper, has just passed, well, it's been a couple of weeks now, 1,000 subscribers. His meteoric rise is no surprise to anyone who actually watches his channel. He puts out phenomenal content. Kevin has asked us, what blend do we have the most of and why? Well, for me, I've got a total of about 38 pounds right now in my cellar. It's not a huge cellar, and I still need about twice that to go before I reach what I consider to be my retirement cellar. But the two blends that I have the most of right now are both right at 2 pounds, and that would be Mac Baron's HH Bold Kentucky and Seattle Pipe Club's Plum Pudding Special Reserve. 2 pounds of each of those. Now I've got a pound plus of plum pudding and plum pudding barrel aged and Mississippi and all of that. I got a bunch of other SPC stuff, but yeah, I got 2 pounds of the Special Reserve. It's good stuff. I found it on sale. Why those two particular blends? Well, Bold Kentucky has always been in my top 5 ever since I first smoked it. And I do want to have some of that deep into retirement. Seattle Pipe Club blends I really enjoy. I love plum pudding. The Special Reserve is also very good, and I happen to get a fantastic price on it. So there are my 2 blends. 2 pounds of each is not a whole lot. So for me to go once a week, I still need to get another 4.5 pounds of those just to have a once a week habit with them. But congratulations, Kevin. Your link will be down below so that people can pick you up if they are not already. I cannot imagine anybody is watching my channel who has not seen yours. So the link will be there anyway. You got to check him out. Well, folks, I hope that look at kind of breaking down what it takes to build a cellar for you it helps you out a bit. You know, like I said, it's about 6.5 pounds per blend to be able to smoke it once a week for 20 years. You know, you figure out how many blends you want to smoke once a week, or double or triple some of them, and that will give you a rough idea of how much of each blend you need to start cellaring. So when you see a particular blend that you really like on sale, it'll be your trigger to say, hey, you know, I've only got a pound of that. Let's buy 2 or 3 more pounds if your budget will allow. This Stonehenge isn't bad. I'm not a huge vapor fan, but I do like vapors when they have Kentucky or Burley thrown in, and this does. It's pretty good. Get you some. Give it a try. With that, folks, take a look at your cellars. Light something you like. Enjoy your afternoon.